This video will show you how to replace the front ABS wheel speed sensor on a Ford Edge. This will be located inside of your front wheel well. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. The first thing we have to do is safely raise and support the front of the vehicle so the wheel's off the ground. Once you've completed that, we're going to remove our center cover. For this, I'm just using a small pry bar. I'm finding the groove in the rim, and I should be able to make my way in and gently pry. Once you have that removed, go ahead and set it aside and we'll start removing our lug nuts. We're using a 19mm for each of these lug nuts so we can remove the wheel. Now that we have the wheel out of the way, we need to start dislodging our inside fender liner. We're going to start along the front and we'll make our way up and along. Now from under the front corner of the fender liner and bumper cover, you're going to find that there's two 5.5mm mounting bolts holding the bumper cover to the fender liner. Now we can make our way towards the outboard side. Let's make our way up. We have a couple more 5.5mm bolts here. Now we're switching to some push clips. We're going to find that we have a push clip down in this area. Now that we have that one out of place, we do have a couple more making our way up along the front area. Now one of ours is missing, but we'll just continue on with the removal process of what we do have intact. Now we'll take hold of the front fender liner and we're going to start dislodging it so we can gain access to our connector and wiring harness. You're going to have to flex this as necessary. With that dislodged, we can see our ABS wheel speed sensor connector and of course some mounting points making our way along the body. Let's start at the connector. As far as this connector, we do have a locking tab right out in the open here. I'm going to be using a small pocket screwdriver. I'm going to press on my locking tab, just making my way in here, gently prying. I can slide it out of place. A quick inspection for corrosion along both ends of the connector. Let's go ahead and follow that wire up along the body of the vehicle, carefully separating it. As we make our way up along the body, I'm using a trim tool. I'll just pull it right out of place. We'll make sure that everything's in good usable order as we continue on. Now we can bring our fender liner back over to this position. We have some more mounting hardware coming across. Going behind the strut here. Spots. This does make its way down onto the front strut, so we can pull that out of place. Let's start removing the sensor from the steering knuckle next. As we make our way along the backside here, we can see where our ABS wheel speed sensor is. Go ahead and remove that 8mm headed mounting bolt. You should be able to take hold of the ABS wheel speed sensor, give it a wiggle, and slide it out of place. There it is, friend. Prior to installation of any brand new part, we always like to make sure we clean and inspect our mounting area. As far as this sensor is concerned, the main point of interest is of course the connector at that electrical point. We already checked it. But over here at the steering knuckle at the mounting point, this also needs to be checked. We need to make sure it's not rotted, weak, or damaged. While I'm looking in this area, I can also see the axle. If you're looking closely, you can see the ABS exciter ring. We want to make sure there's no miscellaneous debris. This looks good. Now it's time for installation of the brand new ABS wheel speed sensor. Let's get this in position on the steering knuckle. As I slide this in, I need to make sure that my mounting bolt port is aligned. We can twist it as necessary. Once you do have that aligned, continue on with your 8mm headed mounting bolt. For this, we're going to start it in, snug it up. The torque is only 63 inch-pounds. It's not very much. Let's continue on with resecuring the rest of our wiring harness. We're making our way towards the front strut and the body of the vehicle. Now, as I start bringing the ABS wire over towards our front strut assembly, we need to make sure it's not twisted. We don't want it getting damaged. I'm pressing it in towards the bracket on the front strut, and we need to make sure it's secured. Just double check. Let's continue on towards the body of the vehicle. We have a couple mounting points prior to making our way behind that front fender liner once again. Let's get this one in place. Press that in there. Make our way to the next point. Swing this back over here. Coming across, we have our mounting point up here. Next mounting point. Let's make our way down to the connector. For this, we're going to line it up, press it in, listen for a click. Audible click there, a light tug. This feels good. Let's bring this liner back over here. Now along the front area of the fender liner, let's start getting this installed. We have several push clips and some 5.5mm mounting bolts. We'll make any adjustments as necessary for each one of our plastic push clips. Line them up, press them in. We have our next push pin port. Line it up, press it in. Let's get this in position here. Now, as we make our way down, you may find that you need to make an adjustment here. We'll flex things as necessary. Let's tighten these 3 bolts prior to making our way under the front bumper cover. Now, down under the front corner, we have our 2 5.5mm mounting bolts. With the wheel back on the ground, we'll be torquing these in a crisscross manner to that 100 foot-pounds. When we install the center cover, we want to make sure that we have the ports for each one of our lug nuts aligned properly. Tap it into position. Double check and confirm it's properly secured. Friend, we finished the installation of our ABS wheel speed sensor. The process for one side of the vehicle is the exact same thing as the other. Once you've completed the job, you always want to make sure if you had an ABS light, reset it. After that, take your vehicle for a road test, listen for any odd noises. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.